Happy Friday, Delmarva. We did it. You're here. Yes, so exciting that you're here with us on this nice Friday. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
We love it. Wait, we're your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo, and yes, we are enjoying Friday, but we always enjoy talking with you too, catching you up on all things going on in the world, maybe giving you some topics to bring to the workplace, bring home with you for the weekend.
Yeah.
Lots going on this weekend, as there always is around this area.
Always.
But one of the things we kind of wanted to start the show with, it's not necessarily a new trend per se, but I do think it's something that's kind of on the uptick, and especially for women, to sort of take yourself out on a date.
Cool.
I think especially for women in their 20s, as you're sort of maybe setting what your standard is, what you like to do on a date, what's your favorite place to go, things to eat, things to do. They are calling it master dating.
Well, I will say I have bought myself flowers before.
Nice.
Not in like I'm going to buy them because I don't need a man.
Right.
Even though go off if that's what you're doing. Just because I like fresh flowers at my desk. But you and I were talking earlier too. I think it's nice if you're able to, because I haven't gotten the chutzpah, the goal to go out and eat at like a restaurant, sit down restaurant by myself yet.
I'm with you, and that's kind of the sort of thing that, like, maybe looking back, I wish I had done in my 20s, just to sort of build your confidence, and that way, like, you don't, like, you just stop caring what other people think. And so, like, now I'm at a point where, like, I think if I really wanted to, just go out, eat by myself, and be like, please don't talk to me.
Right. It's not always a lonely thing. When I used to waitress, it was always like a lonely thing if someone came in and asked for a table for one. But now that I'm older, I think these people just probably wanted a break from everybody else and just want to enjoy a nice meal.
I think so. But yeah, I think learning what your standards are, what your expectations are on a date, like that is, it's helpful. It gives you a frame of reference for like what you're looking for in a relationship, and then you can clearly lay those expectations out for a potential partner. Because I know, like, one of my best friends in our 20s, I mean, like, she has high standards, but like she sticks to who she is, and like she would not deviate, and like she has found her dream guy. And I'm like, that's awesome, right? I'm like, and she's always known exactly what she wanted.
I will say, so I saw this on TikTok, people talking about there's an increase in women like sending themselves flowers, so like through flower delivery services. So they'll send them to like their work, so they can be like, look, someone sent me flowers. But it's them. That is the only thing that I'm a little iffy on, because it's like, why are you gonna spend all that money on delivery when for yourself you could just go?
Well, and I also feel like if you're doing that and then you're lying and saying, oh, someone sent me flowers, who could it be?
Oh, don't lie.
You've got the lying,
that's
and then
cheesy.
that's also, well, it's also damaging to yourself, because now you're maybe trying to fill that void, or like wishing, or what you care about is the image that somebody sent you flowers.
Right.
And like, there are certainly worse things in life than being unattached.
Yeah. So if you find some nice jewelry you like, buy it yourself.
Yeah, man.
I mean, if you can, that's the whole thing. And just don't be worried to send yourself flowers, and take yourself out on a nice date.
Do it. So if you don't have weekend plans, treat yourself.
Yes, I can get behind that.
Yeah. So another thing that we were sort of talking about, and this, now we're getting into that creepy AI territory that you and I both fear.
Yep.
A lot.
Too much.
Yes. So there's a new app, and they're calling it Texting with Jesus. I know. And the thing about it is it's the AI technology. So like it's AI that you're texting with, not Jesus, I don't think. But this is where, so artificial intelligence has all this information, like they've fed many Bible verses, old and new, through this AI system, so that the machine can text you back and guide you with your questions, I guess, that you might have. So it's creepy in the sense, and it almost brings me back to like ancient Greece with the oracle. We're like, and that's, I think we're almost at that point where human intelligence has peaked, and now we're looking at artificial intelligence to guide us, and it just creeps me out.
Love this.
I don't love it.
I also don't love the idea of like, well, see, I don't know. So I don't like the idea of mixing something like AI with religion that goes so far back.
I'm with you.
The only part of me that's like, this could be nice, is maybe if someone's interested in Christianity and they want a nice Bible verse or some motivation. But to say that you're texting with Jesus is a little beyond me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, like, let's cool it with the AI. Let's talk to humans, please. I still am on the phone when I call anybody. Representative. Like, I don't want to just talk to a robot. So
yeah, I also think, I mean, religion, is one of the things that makes us human in a lot of ways. It's something that like there's something very human about us in a belief in religion and other things out there. Like I think that is something that makes us human, and to throw artificial intelligence in there, like I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And one more thing to dive into, and maybe you agree with this, maybe you don't. As somebody who's from Delaware, I am not offended. I also believe this to be true. We love lists. We love when Delaware and Maryland make these lists. This one, though, was the top 10 list of worst states to drive in.
And we won. Well, kind of.
Well, we were in the top 10. Yeah, Maryland was number 5, and Delaware was number 8.
Oof. Not the things we want to be winning.
Whoopsie.
I like how yesterday we're like top snacks, and today we're like top snacks and not the best drivers.
Well, you got to keep us humble, you know?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but it was so funny because I feel like in college, I never really noticed, but it was one thing that you heard from a lot of kids out of state that they'd be like, man, you guys, you can't drive, can you? And then that would be like rich words coming from New Jersey, since they topped the list of the worst states to drive in.
Girl, I got the same thing when I was a Marylander in Pennsylvania going to school. Pennsylvania. I want to know how they got on the list. Number 1.
I want to know where they placed. Yeah, Jersey was number 1, but I can't remember where Pennsylvania fell because I think I've made a similar observation.
We're not trying to make enemies here, but...
No, but judging by some of the traffic that flows through, all you're going to see is some rough driving. So be careful out there.
Yes, be very careful.
Yeah. We've got a great show planned for you today. We know you love tasty snacks, tasty treats. We're going to be taking a trip to Thrashers in Ocean City.
Also, it's Friday, so we are showing you an adorable, sweet, and very soft pet of the week. He wants to be in your home.
And if you love racing, running, 5Ks, there's a 5K coming up with a fantastic cause to help a Young Locals Foundation. We're going to talk to this incredible young woman and more when Coast Life gets back.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, and Shell Brothers.
Need another reason to love Delmarva's coast? Here you go. HoneymoonAlways.com recently named Lewis, Rehoboth, and Milton as top budget-friendly honeymoon destinations in America.
Citing its affordability, coastal beauty, beachside charm, and scenic streets, we'd have to agree. And another coastal gem, Leah, if I'm on my honeymoon, you know where I'm stopping? Thrashers.
Yeah, you are. And our field correspondent, Maya Henry, is checking out Thrashers in Ocean City. Maya?
Can you guess where I am? It's a very famous place on the boardwalk and has the best fries. Take a moment. Thrashers in Ocean City, Maryland. And today I am with Les Morse, the general manager. So Les, how are you doing?
Good, very good.
Tell me a little bit about your journey with Thrashers Fries.
Well, I've been here for 47 years. This location here has been here since 1929. So we've been in Ocean City a long time. We do have 2 other locations, up at 8th Street and at 2nd Street in Ocean City.
Yes, and you guys always have an extremely long line. Tell me why you think your Thrashers beats all the rest.
I think it's fresh cut French fries, so we do extra steps to make them the best. And people have been coming here for generations.
So how old were you when you started working with Thrashers?
16 years old. Yep.
And you stuck with it this long?
Yes, 47 years.
And what made you stay? What made you think that Thrashers was your passion and your mission?
It's just Ocean City in the summertime. I love it here. It's so nice to come, and we have about 35 employees, and now we have J1 students from all over the world. And it's fun to meet these new young people, and you just make friends at a lifetime. Again, Ocean City, I love the peak season, and then we get a little break in the wintertime, even though we're open weekends year-round. So we don't get a big break, but just a wonderful place to work. Yeah.
So do you guys, you said you're open all year round, do you guys still have that massive long line? Or?
Oh, yes. On weekends in the winter, over the Christmas break, if the weather gets up around 40 and sunshine, we'll get a line for 4 or 5 hours. Probably, up to 75 to 100 people in it.
And do you have any people that, like reoccurring customers that always come by? What are some of the things that they say about Thrashers?
Oh, it's a must for them. They said they come to Ocean City, and everybody else don't want to hear this, but they come get French fries and then they leave. But especially in the off season, they come down and get French fries, and it's even myself. I eat them every day I'm here. I've never missed a day not eating some French fries. So I still love them after all these years.
I absolutely love them. What do you guys put in your Thrashers French fries and make them the absolute best?
It's just we use fresh cut potatoes, which a lot of people don't do that step. We cook them in peanut oil. It's 100% peanut oil, and it's our only product, so we just key on making it continuously the same all the time. Yeah, and then you put salt and vinegar on it, no ketchup, and like I said, I eat them every day. They're addicting.
If I worked here, I would be munching every single day.
Okay.
So I kind of want to know how this magic happens. Are you able to show me how it goes?
Sure. Let's go take a look.
All right, guys. About to head with Les, and we're about to make these magical fries.
All right.
Paige and Leah, I even got to make my own bucket of Thrashers fries. So Les, before we go and finish these bucket of fries, tell us the times and days that you're open.
We're open every morning at 10 a.m. at the inlet and 10:30 at 2nd and 8th Street, and we stay till the crowds are gone. Usually that's around 11 o'clock or midnight, and we're going to be open every day until 1st of November, and then we'll go weekends. So season's not quite over for us yet.
All right, you heard it, guys. Season's not quite over, so you definitely have time to stop by Thrashers Fries. As we're going to break, I'm going to finish these. There's more Coast Life on the way.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Ocean City Tourism.
You're watching Coast Life, and one of our most important guests that we've spoken with in the past is our friends from Prestino, Wells, and Woodland, because everything that they do really has family at the heart of it. So joining me on the couch today is Michelle Prestino Wells. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here.
My
so
pleasure.
For anybody who really doesn't know, I think when people hear, law firm, they think serious kind of heavy stuff, but you guys, right. I mean, it was so fun when I actually went to your office just to meet everybody. You see all the care and love and fun that you guys have.
We do have fun.
So first, I guess, refresh people's memory of what sort of law you handle.
So our practice is really focused on elder law, estate planning, which includes wills, trusts, powers of attorney. It includes helping people shelter assets from the cost of long-term care. Mm-hmm. It includes helping people settle their loved ones' estates, whether that's through the probate process, estate administration, or trust administration.
And you guys are really sort of hyper-specialized in that. A lot of times maybe law firms that say that they cover a lot of ground end up kind of not specializing in anything, but that is everything you do.
It is, and that's something that has evolved over time. Mm-hmm. We started out doing more things, but as our practice grew and as we saw the needs in our community, we really have narrowed it down over the years to those very specific areas, and so that we could become really good at those specific areas.
Yeah, and something else that's evolved over time is your newsletter.
Yes.
One thing that I really love about you guys as well is that you guys really hold the hand of the general public, because we don't know a lot of legal terms or law terms, and it all gets so muddy. So you hold our hands with a lot of things like newsletters, podcasts. Tell us a little bit about how the newsletter got started and where it is today.
So it's something that we have always enjoyed, is educating our community. So my partner, Amber Woodland, and I, we both are from this area, grew up here, married local guys, are raising our families here. And so this is our community, our family, our friends, our loved ones. And so we realized years ago that there's just a lot of myths, a lot of bad information out there about planning. And so something we've always enjoyed is educating our community. And so we've found a lot of different ways to do that over time. So the newsletter, well, we started out probably doing a lot of speaking engagements years ago, going out into the community, doing workshops, going to churches and libraries and homeowners associations and businesses. I mean, anyone who would ask us to come speak, we would go. And then it was a dream of ours to do a newsletter. And now looking back, we started the newsletter in 2014.
Wow.
I think we're getting ready to put out our 36th issue.
Almost 10 years.
Yes, it'll be 10 years next year. So we need to do something fun to celebrate. But the newsletter, we call it Off the Clock.
Okay.
And we came up with that name all those years ago just because we wanted to show that it was something extra, that it was free, that it was information. And the newsletter, it's fun. And then we've used that term to cover workshops that we do, kind of where we go out in the community and we really just do an off the clock kind of question and answer session. And then in 2020, we used that name to introduce our podcast.
Nice. So tell me about that podcast a little bit.
So the podcast, it's interesting. That was also on our to-do list for a while. And the pandemic.
Sure.
So when the pandemic started in early 2020, we found ourselves with a little extra time on our hands. And so we put our heads together and we thought, you know what, now is the perfect time to start that podcast. And now I think we're almost 50 episodes in.
Wow.
And so we call that Off the Clock too. It's Off the Clock, an estate planning podcast. And it's been really fun.
Yeah. So how can people get into either the newsletter, the podcast? I understand Bella is also a part of the newsletter. If you don't know, Bella is the four-legged mascot.
Yes. So Bella, so the newsletter is fun. Like it always has an educational article, an educational component. It also has a little section we call Legal Mumbo Jumbo, which addresses, legal terminology, because something that we try to be very intentional about is to speak in ways that our clients will understand, or when we go out into the community to talk in ways that are, we try to dispel that myth of the stuffy attorney who's going to talk over your head. And then there's always a profile on one of our team members, which is fun. And then, yes, there's Bella's Brief, which is named after my dog, Bella. She was a puppy. When I got her as a puppy, she actually spent some time at the office, and so we adopted her as our mascot. And so Bella's Brief is written by one of the ladies on our team, and it's a hoot.
Fun.
It's fun. Bella, points out all the things that no one else will talk about.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's from the dog's perspective.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Fun. So who would you say that the podcast, the newsletter, all of this information is really for? When should people maybe start looking at all the sort of educational information, whether they're thinking about elder planning or not?
Well, it's interesting. It's for everybody. We always talk about funeral planning and how that's something that we all will have to face someday, but so is estate planning. I actually just recently did some powers of attorney and healthcare directives for a couple of, young folks going off to college, as for their parents. So estate planning is really something that everyone should consider because we all need it.
Yeah. So how can people get a hold of the newsletter, the podcast? Where can they check it out?
So our website is always going to be the best place to go and look for those things. So that's pwwlaw.com. So all of the newsletters are on there. And then for the podcast, there's links on there, but the podcast is available on all of the main podcast, resources. But definitely our website would be a great place to start.
Awesome. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for coming in and sharing about all of the resources that you have for people that either need this information or want this information, or you never know, maybe you're sort of inspiring the next up-and-comers into the field.
That would be wonderful. So thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. And don't go anywhere because we've got more information and fun coming your way when Coast Life gets back.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Prosino Wells and Woodland Law.
Look at that sweet face.
Yeah, I want to take him home.
I know. It belongs to Connor, our four-legged friend from Humane Animal Partners. And we're joined by Lee, of course, to tell us about this sweet little angel baby.
Isn't he the sweetest? These puppy dog eyes, these cute little ears. I know.
Yes.
Connor is about 4 months old. He is, just your typical puppy, although I would say maybe not so typical in that he's not bouncing all around and jumping, and he laid down beautifully in the back of my car on the way here. So he does have that puppy energy, but he's also got some calm to him too. So he's a really wonderful little guy, growing every day, and he's been at our Rehoboth facility for about 3 weeks, and we can't believe it because he's just adorable.
That
so
is so hard to
it's time for
believe.
him to go home.
Yes.
It is. Oh my God, you were so sweet. So other dogs yet? Kids, cats, anything like that? How does he do?
Great. He had, well, cats we don't know, but with puppies it's fairly simple, just a proper introduction. But he's been to a number of events with us, so he's met dogs and people out in the community, and he's done really, really well. He's also seen at events, and he really just loves everybody. He's an adventurer. He likes to tag along, and so he would do great with any family that's either hanging out at home on the couch together or going out for walks or, sports games or, things like that.
So good.
He's a wonderful pup.
His little ears.
Yes.
He's so sweet. And then you mentioned he's only 4 months, so how much bigger do you think he's going to get?
We always look at the paws.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Connor. These lovely paws. So it's always a guess. I would put him at 4 months old and at this size somewhere between 40 and 60 pounds.
Oh.
That's my best guess.
That's a good
great.
size.
It is a
Yeah.
good size. And like you said, they did well in the car already.
Oh my gosh.
He's doing well on the couch.
Yeah.
So maybe just a couple teaching sit and come, but not too much work to do with him.
No, he does need help on the stairs. I will have to say he's having trouble with stairs, but he doesn't encounter them too often.
Sure.
So
Well, usually with puppies comes that puppy training.
That's
Just
right.
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
He's just 4 months old.
But for people who are maybe interested in adopting Connor, now's a good time.
Yeah.
Couldn't be a better time. We are participating in Clear the Shelters, and we've saved our best promo for last. So now until the end of August 31st, all animals, including puppies and kittens and all adult animals, are only $25 for that adoption fee. Yes, it's
$25
I know.
for this sweet little face.
That's incredible.
It's incredible. They are spayed or neutered, they are microchipped, and they are current on all age-appropriate vaccinations. So, and they're wonderful and ready to go home. So it's a wonderful deal. We're simply trying to encourage folks to come out and adopt if price was a barrier before, and you think you can offer the animal the home that they deserve, then now is a great time to come out and visit.
And Lee, too, spayed and neutered, microchipped, vaccines, all of that. Can we talk about that just a little bit more? I didn't realize until I became a dog owner how first expensive that can be, time consuming, all of that. So the fact that these animals come already for you for just $25, that has to make a huge difference in people maybe worried about purchasing.
Absolutely, yes. It is, and that our normal adoption fees are also discounted from what you would normally pay to have all of those services and vaccinations done. So $25 is really pennies.
Yeah. So good.
So it could be close to $1,000 to get all that stuff done at your, before you adopt. So
But he's moving ready.
it's wonderful. He is. He's ready to go. Yeah.
All right, so remind us real quick where we can find Connor, and again, one more time so people can write it down, how long that deal, or not the deal, the promotion.
It's a promo. Yeah, Clear the Shelters. So he is at our Rehoboth facility, which is on Coastal Highway, right in the Midway Plaza. And the promo goes until August 31st.
Perfect.
Our Rehoboth location is open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nice. Yep, and the adoption application can be found on our website.
Right. Well, I bet Connor won't be available for adoption too much longer.
Probably not much longer, especially for $25.
No.
He's calling a new home his pretty soon. Well, we've got plenty more fun and cues headed your way when Coast Life gets back.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
How sweet is that video, Leah? That is just one of many children that Rylie Maidler has helped.
So many.
So many. You've probably heard of the Rylie Smile Foundation. Today we have Rylie and her incredible mother with us. Let us introduce to you Rylie and Janie Maidler. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So Rylie, you're a really cool kid, first of all. I mean, just amazing. Let's just put it out there. So you may have heard of Rylie's Smile 5K. This is what's going on this year. It's for your foundation, which you, with your whole life, I mean, and your age, just having a foundation is so impressive. So we'll get into the 5K in just a minute here, but can you tell us about your foundation and how it got started?
Yeah, so in 2nd grade, I was diagnosed with aggressive giant cell granuloma bone tumors. What they did is they ate away the majority of the bones in my face, and I was supposed to be deformed for the rest of my life, have no teeth with the possibility of being deaf. My mom, right here, she different sort of options to help me with my pain and swelling because I was suffering, and she was willing to try anything. And cannabis kept popping up, so she decided to try it. And right away we saw good results in my pain and swelling, and now here I am. I've been in remission for about 9 years now. Only a few months after taking it, my bones regenerated and my tumor shrank. And after leaving the hospital, I felt bad for other families and children who did not know about it and did not know about alternative treatments and how it could help them along with their medical treatments in the hospital. And so I started the Rylie Smile Foundation to assist families in overcoming legal, social, and financial barriers to accessing safe, non-toxic alternative treatments along with their medical treatments.
Yeah.
Wow. You
That
are
is so.
incredible.
Is she not the most impressive
my
person?
Thank you.
Wow. So there's a 5K coming up to help your foundation. How can people get involved?
So my foundation 5K, it's usually on Labor Day, but this year it's on Black Friday, so I can stay involved with it once I go to college in the future. We have our foundation's website where you can find information about the 5K. You can sign up online, or you can come the day of and register for our 5K, and it's always at the American Legion Post 17 in Lewis.
That's incredible, and it's doing so much good. I have to ask you, Mom. So you have a beautiful 17, almost 18-year-old daughter here who's done so much in her life. How are you feeling? Just tell me. I'm sure you're incredibly proud of her.
Well, I'm nervous for her to leave because because she does a lot of work, but at the same time, very proud of her. She's really like taken charge and done a lot since she was only 9 years old. Because she got sick when she was 7, and it was when she was 9 years old that she decided that this was going to be her passion, her life mission. And so she's really taken charge of it, and that's why it was like so important for us to move. This is our 8th year of doing this 5K. And that's why it was so important for us to like move the date to a time when she could come back home and participate once she went to college.
So do you have any other plans for the foundation? Anything else coming up that you want to see, or just any goals for your foundation, what you want to do next?
The profits from this year's 5K will go towards my foundation's health lab, and what it does, it delivers tailored foods to pediatric caregivers for their children who are going through their medical treatments, and that includes health and wellness education as well.
Well, thank you for everything you guys are doing. This is just really great. Let's talk one more time about the 5K. Just a reminder, now that people have heard about it, reminder when, where, and how they can get involved.
So my foundation has a website, www.ryliesmilefoundation.org. There you can find all kinds of information about our foundation, but we also have a link to 5K information. And we also have social medias, Instagram, you can find us Rylie Smile Foundation. And that's how you can learn more.
And our 5K is quite fun.
It
We
is.
have a live band.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we
We have food in the pavilion,
yes, the Ladies Auxiliary makes
Yes.
wonderful food.
live music,
And
Calls for People comes in.
the trail is the Lewis Trail, the bike trail, so it's
beautiful.
nice
Keeping
and
up the
shaded
state park.
and very scenic.
Yeah.
And
Plus, after Thanksgiving, you know, everybody's going to want to work off some of that food.
so it's just a really wonderful 5K. Every year we've gotten people that said, "Oh my gosh, this is the best. It's just so much fun." It's a very, even though it's a lot of exercise, it's one of the most relaxing 5Ks.
I'm sure.
We might have to get our running shoes.
I think so, definitely. We'll run to Black Friday deals, and then we'll run the 5K, and then we'll eat leftovers. So, Black Friday, mark your calendars. Rylie and Janie, thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, and thank you for everything you both are doing and for helping our community.
You're welcome.
All right, we have a lot of great, more inspirational stories to tell you about on Coast Life as always, so stick around. We'll be right back.
push-up, push-up, push-ups, Jeep Fest.
Ayo! Guys, today we are in Ocean City at Jeep Fest, and today I have a very special person with me. How about Sergeant Push-up?
You know what time it is.
Ayo! So, Sergeant Push-up, you have a really cool fundraiser type activity going on. Can you explain to me? We're here at Jeep Fest. You have your sign, you have your own stand. What's going on?
Every day, 160,000 kids skip school out of fear of being bullied. So what I'm here to do is a bunch of push-ups. I'm here to have people sponsor my comic book, Sergeant Push-Up Comes to the Rescue, and people to give out American flags. So kids that are being bullied, I'll give them American flag, I'll send them a book, and then I'll give them a poster with everyone's signature on there saying that we love you, America loves you, and teaching the kids how to be great patriots.
So how did this whole journey begin?
Actually, I got tired of people complaining about one another. And I said, you know what, why not complain about one another, but I have to be the answer. So what I'm going to do is stop my life. I'm going to focus on children. 10 million children go to bed without eating. 10, 11 million children go to bed without eating every night. So I said I'm going to go for 1 million meals. And as of 3 weeks ago, I officially hit 1 million meals. I help children that are being bullied, and that's my mission. Not only serve the country, which I did do in Desert Storm, but it's what are you doing for America every day? So I want to be that example with my last breath, die doing something for one of my fellow citizens.
So tell me, what are some of the reactions that you get from being Sergeant Push-up, from your mission? What are some of the reactions?
You're crazy. Why would you do push-ups out in 110 degrees? And I have done that. My skin has started peeling with that. But what you have to do is, what are you willing to do to sacrifice your country? It's good to fly the flag, but the flag flies in my heart. And that means I have to take care of each child that are 75 plus million children here in America. And not just the children. We're supposed to take care of women and children. We're supposed to take care of the orphans, and that's my whole message. And I just love my fellow man, and I love my country, so why not do something for and help my fellow man out?
Nice. And we love you for doing this. So how many push-ups have you done so far?
Ma'am, you smell the Bengay and Icy Hot and Bio-Freeze. I've done a lot. I've done so many that I'm actually injured, but Sergeant Push-Up can't stop. So I've done millions of push-ups with this campaign, millions. And if you go online, you can see at different places, push-ups from Maryland to San Diego on Southwest Airlines. Someone sponsored that. Push-ups in the blizzard in Buffalo in the 72 inches. So yeah, I've done quite a few push-ups in extreme conditions.
What is it about children that you just want to keep helping them out?
If we don't help our children now, they're going to become great leaders. So if we show them how to love, guess what? They're going to be a loving leader. And that's what we need to do. What the world needs now, hey, that's a song. They need love, more love. So that's my whole thing. That's my whole premise. That's why I served in the military. It's not about what I can take from the country. It's about what can I give. And I'm willing to give my life for anybody's child. And that's why I'm trying to help everyone's.
Yeah. Awesome. So if someone comes out to your stand this weekend, what can they expect when meeting Sergeant Push-up?
They can expect a lot of push-ups. So every time someone sponsors a book, Sergeant Push-up Comes to the Rescue, they have to sign the book with their first name. Then I give them push-ups. They sponsor a flag, I give them push-ups. They have to sign the poster. So if you were a parent and you said, hey, listen, my child is being bullied, I mail that to your child. I'll mail that flag, I'll mail that book, and I mail the poster. So that child will know that, you know what? You got great Americans all across this nation that love you, and we're behind you 100%.
Absolutely love that. That's great.
Well, thank you, ma'am. That's what it's all about, serving the nation, red, white, and blue. All
right, so you do push-ups for them. How about we do push-ups for the people watching? Are you down for a competition?
You ain't fair.
All right.
Push-up. Let's get to work.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
I guess.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Ready? Exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for the USA.
Oh,
11. You know what time it is. Yeah. Push-up time.
All right, Paige and Leah. Sergeant Push-up got me with an extra one that I was not prepared for, but he also has this really cool book. So tell us about this book real quick before we head to break.
All right, so this is a Sergeant Push-up Comes to the Rescue. Unfortunately, Sergeant Push-up was bullied as a child, so I experienced that, but it's much worse now. This book helps parents find out what's going on in their child's mind. It's a comic workbook. So parents work with the kids, they find out what their kids are thinking, what's going on in the school, and it's just a fun way to help your child and find out what help they really need.
All right, guys, so if you're roaming around Jeep Fest today, you can definitely pick up one of these books. But now, Paige and Leah, since I did my push-ups, it is your turn. So,
Come on, Paige.
So when we get back from the break, we want to see what you guys got. There's more Coast Life on the way. All right, Paige and Leah, I am currently at Jeep Fest in Ocean City, Maryland, and I have a cool guest right beside me, Sergeant Push-up.
You know what time it is. Push-ups, push-ups, push-ups. All right, let's hammer it down right here. Come on, Paige and Leah.
All right, Ayo, before we start with Paige and Leah's push-ups, Sergeant Push-up, tell me a little bit about your mission.
So the campaign is all about bringing awareness to bullying and hunger for children. And I wanted to show the difference that one person can make. So I was able to, 3 weeks ago, finally get to over 1 million meals feeding children in America. Every day, 3,069 kids attempt suicide, 160,000 skip school out of fear of being bullied. So this weekend, I'm doing 3,069 push-ups to let the children know Sergeant Push-up got your back. But not only do I have your back, the children that are being bullied, if their parents inbox me, they will get a flag, American flag, they will get a comic book on Sergeant Push-up Comes to the Rescue, and a poster. So I'm asking people, donate, sponsor books on bullying for Sergeant Push-up, put me to work. So everyone that sponsors a book on bullying, I gotta give you push-ups, push-ups, push-ups. It's time to go to work. I'm ready to go to work.
All right, guys, so we already went to work before the break, so now we're gonna see Paige and Leah do their own push-ups.
You wanna see them push-ups right here, right now.
All right, yes. We love supporting good causes, but we also love a little competition here on Coast Life. So we know that Maya is our fitness guru, but Paige and I have some tricks up our sleeve as well. So we're gonna get ready for some push-ups.
Let's do this.
So here's what we're doing, basically this little push-up competition between myself and Paige. We're gonna see which of us can do more push-ups. Obviously, we're not sure whether or not we can compete with, the big leagues like Maya, but we're gonna give it our best go. So here we go. Real push-ups, no knees, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my face is all red. All right, that was what, 6, 7? Yeah. All right, Paige, you're up.
All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't get back up. 4.5. Nice.
All right, so we got 7 and 4.5. So I think we nailed it. Maya?
Paige and Leah, all right, you did your thing, but we're gonna come back and show you how it's done. So, Sergeant and Staff Sergeant, go ahead and show me how it's done.
1, 2, 3, Jeep Fest. 1, 2, 3, Jeep Fest. 1, 2, 3, Jeep Fest. 1.
All right, guys, there's more Coast Life on the way.
You are watching Coast Life on Coast TV, and are you looking for something to do this weekend? Well, we know that Drew Tevis is a beloved guest of ours and a beloved pastry chef right here in our area, but he's going to be making a apple donut focaccia bread.
Okay.
At the historic Lewis Farmers Market.
Sounds like my new favorite food.
Yep, that's happening tomorrow at the Lewis Elementary School. You know it's going to be a good pastry, especially as we work our way from summer into fall. Apples, it's a great idea.
Bring it on. So excited.
But there's a lot going on around town this weekend as well. Bat Fest is on Saturday. Earlier this week, we chatted with Rob Rector about that. It's so exciting, so fun.
So much fun. And if that's not enough, movie for you. Sunday is Cinema Day.
Yes.
So a lot of local theaters doing like $4, even $3 movies, I think I saw. Discounted popcorn, discounted candy.
Oh, yeah.
Go to the movies maybe, especially we're going to get some rain tonight.
Okay.
But the rest of the weekend should be good to just get out and about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
do that. Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your Friday.
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We got our butts kicked in push-ups, so we might have to do a little working out.
I might be sitting here for a while.
But have a great weekend. It is about that time.